What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday night, September 4th. It's Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody's staying safe no matter what you guys are doing for the weekend. If you guys are still working like I am on Sunday and Monday, then you guys be safe. Make sure you guys are wearing your masks and keeping away from everybody as much as possible. But I digress. I gotta be happy to announce that we have a special guest today. He said he's not gonna say much. He's gonna be here observing, really. My boy Dano Edwards here. But the one, the only Mr. Artie Casas is coming in. I gotta bring him in right now. What's up, baby? How you doing?
All good. Enjoying this Friday night. 3-day weekend coming up.
Asshole. I only get 2 days, so I still gotta work Sunday, Monday.
Man.
Yeah.
It's never too late to become a teacher.
I know. I want to thank everybody for joining us again. Don't forget to follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at _save and on Instagram at @theblown_save. Don't forget, you guys can still reach out to us on the Blown Save Podcast at gmail.com. And you guys, for those you guys that want to support the show, we actually have a merch store now. And you can buy some face masks, some neck gaiters, a couple t-shirts, stuff like that. All that would go to help support the show. So if you guys want to help us out, that's a great way to show your support. Big shout out to everybody that is out there in the world listening to us. We appreciate everybody out there. And I know last week, Artie, before we get started into it, I know last week we celebrated Lito's birthday. This week, we get to celebrate Papa Cassa's birthday. So happiest of birthdays to you, sir.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Oh, not a problem, sir. You know I love you. I may wait till the end of the day to text you, but I do love you either way.
Save the best for last.
There you go. That's what I like to hear. Did you have a good birthday? I saw you had a couple guys over. How was it?
It was just Doño, actually. He surprised me, and yeah, man, for being quarantined, that was one of the nicest birthdays you could really have, you know.
Yeah, I know.
It was a Wednesday.
I had the same shit happen to my birthday. My birthday was like on a Thursday, I think it was, and I think I had like 2 or 3 people here, and that was it. And this year has been a really sucky year for like celebrations and shit like that. So
yeah,
hopefully we can erase the 2020 and we go right to 2021. I heard something just open. What are you drinking there, Boppy? For those of you guys playing at home, you guys do know it's a 3-drink minimum, so make sure you guys have those drinks and are ready to rock and roll. What are you drinking today, Mr. Casas?
I'm drinking a little Coke with my Jack.
Ah, nice. Very little Coke with a lot of Jack, I hope.
That's right.
Me and Dano over here drinking up some Jameson and ginger ale. Cheers, Dano.
Hey, cheers.
There he is.
Cheers.
Ah, so good. It's a lot of Jameson with a little bit of ginger ale. Well, let's jump into it, man.
Well, you got to introduce all there, even though if you don't come on the mic, we got a fellow ball player in the house.
Yes, that's me. Yes.
He played. You got to talk this way, bud. He played some college ball. His dad and his uncle both played professional baseball. His dad for San Diego
and Minnesota.
And your uncle played for Oakland.
And the other one played for Milwaukee.
What were their names?
Mike and Marshall
Edwards. Yeah. So Mike and Marshall Edwards, brothers, both playing professional ball. So Dano's pretty good. I heard from back in the day. He used to tear it up on the field.
A little bit, just a little bit. Didn't want to brag, but I was pretty good.
Well, Artie was good in his heyday as well. Shit, even now I think I'd take Artie on the field any day. And you played college ball.
That's RCC, and then I went to Cyprus. So, but I had a hurt shoulder, so I tried to play through it, but it was too much, so I had to give it up.
Well, funny thing about Dano is that when I first came up with the concept of doing the show, he was the first one I asked because he lives right down the street from me, and I was like, "Hey, bro, we should do this." And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." And it never happened. And I was like, you know what? Who's the other baddest fucking sports guy I know? Fuck, I'm gonna hit up Artie. Artie, you want to do it? Fuck yeah, let's do it. And we got it. He said he's gonna come in season 2. I'm like, bro, I don't know if we have seasons yet. But
season 2. Season 2.
I was like, all right, man, we'll bring you in more often. Season 2. You happen to come over today. The girls are over there talking crafts and shit. So
he's a ball player. I like him.
Right?
I like him.
I like him too, man. He's cool. So that's his resume. Unless you want to add anything to it.
No, that's about it.
All right, that's about it. He's
cool, man. You remember, like, Were you alive? Were you born when your dad was?
Oh
playing
yeah,
baseball
I
or
was.
anything like that?
Yeah, I was in my early teens, so yeah, I remember
Oh,
everything.
wow.
So yeah, so
That's so cool.
I remember everything. I like players and stuff. So it was, everyone keeps asking me, oh, well, how about this person? To me, that was just his job, and I never thought of it anything but other than that. So to me, it was just like what he did, like any other dad's. That was his job. That's what he did. So to me, it was just no big deal when I see like other athletes. How about this guy, Ozzie Smith? Used to go to his house. Oh, I still have memories. Yeah, I mean, like Ozzie Smith, Rod Carew was one of his good friends. And then when I used to work for a beer company, I told the guys that I knew Rod Carew, and he's like, "Nah, you don't." So I asked one of the guys that worked for the Angels, I go, "Hey, is Rod downstairs?" And he's like, "Yeah." Can you tell him, Cerdano's here? And he's like, "All right, let me go talk to him." And he told me to come down to the clubhouse. And he's like, "Hey, I hadn't seen me since I was a kid." So they were all shocked. So it was like, he goes, "How you doing?" He goes, I'm doing good." He goes, "I remember when you were little." So, stuff like that. But like I said, they're just normal people to me. So I'm not like starstruck. Yeah, so it's different. I guess it's different than everyone.
It's one of those things where when you grow up in the mix, it's not nothing crazy. But when you don't, it's like, oh my God. Because I remember you were telling me a story about when you were playing Little League ball or whatever, and all the kids would ask you like, "Hey, dude, where's your dad? Your dad never comes to the thing." And you were always like, "He's at work. He's at work." And then they were like,
I would just never tell him what he did. It was just like he's just working, because growing up, they found out, oh, your dad played baseball, and then you don't want to know who's your real friends or not. So I was just like, oh, he was always busy out of town and all that stuff. So until it got out, I don't know how it got out, but it got out, and then everyone wanted to be your friend. So you just had to pick and choose who you wanted to be your friends and who didn't want, just because they wanted to hang out. So
I'd like to point out right here, I'm friends with him because he's marrying Sarah, who's a friend of my cousin's. So that's the only reason I like you, all right?
Yeah.
Nothing else has anything to do with it. Although I did request for a table near your dad during the wedding, just so I can be like, "Hey, sir, I heard you like talking baseball."
Oh, I won't be around, 'cause I heard every damn story. So
well, I'm gonna have to hear at least one, and then I'll leave your dad alone for the night. But
okay.
definitely want to. We'll ask him at some point. I might get a picture with them to put on the wall in the old men cave, just to be like, "Hey, that's a good story. Check this out. This is who this is." But yeah,
That's cool. Did you have favorite players growing up and maybe get to meet them by any chance?
No, not really. Like I said, to me, it's like my favorite players was like growing as I got older.
Okay.
So it was like with him, it was just like no big deal to me. So I was like a shortstop. So obviously Ozzie Smith, I patterned my game around him, being short and stuff. So I picked up a lot of stuff from him. But other than that, no, I just as I got older, is when I started actually liking really players. As far as like Ken Griffey Jr., couldn't go wrong with that. That was like my favorite player.
Yeah.
So other than that, no, I didn't have it when I was younger. I didn't really have a favorite player.
Right on. All right. Well, let's fucking jump into it. I know he said he wasn't going to talk. It only took 2 minutes to get him in. That's a new record. I guess the old record was Leon at like 5 to 10 minutes. He was like, I finally got him talking. It took like 3 whiskeys, and it only took you 1.5.
Yeah, you go.
Let's jump into it, guys. MLB, once again, this week, unfortunately, we have to mourn the death of another amazing individual. Terrific Tom Seaver passed away a few days ago. My dad, one of our most valued listeners, hey Dad, woke me up this morning to remind me to talk about Tom and his amazing records and why he was in the Hall of Fame. Seaver was selected to an All-Star. He was an All-Star in each of his first 7 seasons and 10 of his first 11 for a total of 12 All-Star appearances in his 20 seasons. He won 311 games over his big league career, struck out 3,640 batters to put him 6th all-time. In 1970, during a 19 strikeout game, he struck out a record 10 consecutive batters. He is one of baseball's strikeout kings. Only 3 players have ever had a higher voting percentage than him when he was inducted. He appeared on that first ballot at 98.8% first place voting. The only 3 players who got higher percentage was Mariano Rivera, which was 100%. Derek Jeter, overrated, 99.7%. And Mr. Ken Griffey Jr. At 99.3%. His career 2.86 ERA is one of the tops in baseball. I never got a chance to see him play because he his last season, I believe, was 83, and that would have made me 2. So I never got a chance to see him. I knew who he was because my dad would talk about him. I had some of his baseball. I still have some of his baseball cards that my dad bought towards the later end of his career. But like I never had the opportunity to actually see him play. So I don't know too much that I could say about him, but I do know how amazing and how great he was as far as a pitcher goes. Fun fact, Gubuza, one of the Angels broadcasters, he was talking about his experience with him, and they both had the same pitching style that when they would throw the ball and stretch out, their knees would almost always hit the dirt. And he asked Tom Seaver one time, he was like, "Hey man, how do you like not wreck your knees, man? Like, it's just fucking killing me." And Tom Seaver was just like, those pads the knee pads that you use for football? He's like, that's what I throw on there, and I haven't had any problems. And Gubuza said that he did that, and he never had another issue with that ever again. And
what's interesting about that is yesterday, or was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday, to commemorate the passing of Seaver, all the Mets put dirt on their right knee because he patented that basically. Style is called drop and drag, I believe is what he called it. And drag. So all the Mets players put dirt like that wouldn't come off, like it looked black because it didn't look like the dirt they were playing on.
Yeah.
They put like black dirt on their right knee, dude, to like commemorate him as just like as a passing,
Yeah, that's
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you, Sardino? Do you remember anything about him or anything?
No, I just more likely, like you said, just seeing like old video, talking to my dad about, how great he was. But I don't think he gets a lot of recognition compared to a lot of, which I don't understand why.
He pitched during a time of Nolan Ryan. He pitched during,
but
we're big, flashy guys. He wasn't a flashy guy, from my understanding.
No, but I think I've grown up and watching like baseball from like this 80s to now, I just think pitching was way better back then than it is now. And it's just crazy.
Right.
I absolutely agree as well. His career 2.86 ERA, that you could put up against pretty much anybody out there. He actually has a better career ERA than Mr. Sandy Koufax.
Yeah, like Sandy had a short career.
Yeah, no, true that. But even then, though, Sandy Koufax had like a 2.91 or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
So over 20 years to be that consistent.
I think he gets underrated as far because look at his stats. You can't deny it.
Yeah,
you can't deny it. You talk about people now. They're talking about Roger Clemens. They're talking about, but you got to go back and look at your history of sports.
Oh yeah.
These guys were throwing 130 pitches a game. 140, 160.
Yeah, they were workhorses back then.
Yeah, now these guys are only. Yeah, they're only pitching 100, 98, 80, and then to me, it's just they're soft.
Yeah, they hit 100, and you see the red needle coming out on them. You're
exactly.
Like, be careful. Hey, I have a good connection to Seaver.
What you got, baby?
So, kid that I got a chance to kind of work with a little bit. I won't say I directly coached him in high school, but it was the 1 year I was teaching at Baldwin Park High School. I was doing my student teaching, and he was there, and I coached the program, and I had coached against him for 2 years. In that particular year, I was in the program with him. His name's Bernardo Flores. He's a Baldwin Park kid, lefty pitcher out of the Chicago White Sox organization. He made his major league debut yesterday. This dude is one of the nicest, most humblest kids you will ever meet, and he's very well known around baseball as being one of the hardest working kids. Well, his connection to Seaver is he is the first USC player, because Tom Seaver went to USC and Bernardo went to USC, and Bernardo is the first USC pitcher or player to pitch for the Chicago White Sox since
Tom Seaver.
How cool is that, right?
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Before Bernardo even found out he was gonna make his major league debut, he tweeted out like a shout out to Tom Seaver, saying I never got a chance to meet you. I did study you from afar. Thank you for being a fellow Trojan that set the bar and just taught me a lot. distance and just like a nice little simple short thing. And he said fight on. Like it was just real cool to see Bernardo like shoot that tweet out, right? And then ironically enough, on that same day is when Bernardo makes his major league debut. Again, Bernardo is one of the nicest kids you ever meet. And I think I mentioned in the podcast before, but I'm not sure. But so you know how there's gold gloves, right? One of those things that Mike Trout don't have, right?
Always got to take a dig. Always got to take a dig.
Hey, that's like our thing. I'm always messing with Brandon the Angels, right?
He does. He's by the way, Sardano's a big Dodger fan too. So I hear it from him when I don't hear it from you.
Yeah, right. I got to give it to him every day.
So now the minor leagues, dude. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they only give one Gold Glove, and obviously it's per position for all levels. So there's rookie, there's single A, double A, and triple A, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Bernardo got the Gold Glove as a pitcher last year for the minor leagues.
Oh wow!
I mean, to me, that's cool, dude, because that's like
the
best of the best.
You're going up against everybody, not just what I mean.
At the major league level, well, there's 30 teams, I believe.
Yeah.
Right, and then there's certain pitchers. But to me, it's just there's less numbers at the major league to get Gold Glove, and they give one per league, right?
Right.
In the minors, there's a hell of a lot bigger numbers, and they only give out one. And Bernardo got it, dude. To me, that is super cool.
For being a pitcher.
Like I said to me, that's for a pitcher. So, and again, I just thought it was super cool, the connection he had to Seaver. And, when do you ever hear of professional athletes coming out of Baldwin Park High School? Like, the last one that I could think of that I know of is Phillips. What's his name? The football player that played for. I want to say Brandon Phillips, but that's not his name.
Oh, the running back for Denver.
Yes. No, he was with St. Louis Rams with the Rams before. He was the LA Rams. He got drafted by them. Lawrence Phillips.
Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, Lawrence Phillips. I mean, he's the last dude, as far as I know, since Lawrence Phillips to go pro out of that high school. Because, it's become, a lower income kind of high school, not the highest of incomes. So it's just super cool, man, to see this kid. And again, he's one of those kids, like, if you ever met him, dude, you would never think he's a pro athlete, like the way he carries himself. He gets back to the community. He's one of those dudes that goes back and throws, like, the opening day Little League pitches for ceremonies, and stuff like that. Like, he's that dude that just goes back and he loves his community. He was over here. He had all kinds of pros working at Baldwin Park High School during the offseason. Like, Canley Jansen went over there, Zach Gallen, the catcher from the White Sox that was an all-star, I think his name is Brian McCann or James McCann. I forget what it is. Dude, he just had all kinds of dudes going to work over there with him because he just wanted the kids at his high school that never really get a chance to really meet those pro athletes to have the opportunity to kind of meet with them and say, like, look, hey, like, if I could do it, you could do it,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's really awesome that even where he's at now, he's just breaking in, he's still going out there and like you said, throwing the ball, opening day ball at the Little League, going back and giving back to the community that doesn't have much coming out of there as far as, like, professional athletes. So it does bode well for those kids going, like, they get somebody to shoot for, somebody to strive for, somebody to root for. So,
yep. Hey, but you know who does have a lower career than Mr. Tom Terrific?
Who's that?
The next dude we're going to talk about here, Mr. Clayton Kershaw.
Yes, absolutely. So from one Hall of Fame pitcher to the next, or future Hall of Famer, Dodger great Clayton Kershaw just threw his 2,500th strikeout, the 2,500th strikeout. Another notch in the excellent resume of the future Hall of Famer. Only 3 other pitchers have reached this milestone in fewer games: Max Scherzer, Nolan Ryan, and Randy Johnson. So congratulations to the bane of my existence and that stupid, wicked, good curveball, Mr. Clayton Kershaw.
Right. So this guy, to me, Kershaw is one of the best regular season pitchers ever. I mean, do you know what his career ERA is? Like, it is stupid. And I'm talking career ERA. As right now, it stands at 2.43. Career, dude. Career.
That's
2.43.
That's crazy.
That dude is he's dirty, man. It's like, Jesus Christ, he's so
nasty. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like if he just wins one title, that monkey will be off his back.
I agree with you.
One title. And don't get me wrong, he's been bad in the postseason. He's had his moments where he's been good. He's just had more epic meltdowns than anything, and that's what stands out in everybody's minds, you know?
Yeah.
But I feel like one title and really it'll remind me, the image I have in my head. You ever remember when Steve Young finally won the Super Bowl and he said, hey, he was on the sideline. He said, somebody come get this monkey off my back.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
He says, that feels so good, right? Because that's what I feel like Kershaw is going to be, dude, if he ever wins one. I really feel like he's going to have that moment somewhere. He might not be vocal like Steve Young like that.
But in the back of, like you said, but in the back of his mind,
he's gonna take a big deep breath, going, "Oh fuck, it's done. I got it. The last one." Because he's got the Cy Young, he's got the MVP. All he needs. I mean, they've won countless NL West titles, and they've won the NL championship twice.
Yeah, but the whole thing about him, I think, is they ran him to the ground. I mean, this guy had to pitch. They wouldn't give him no run support. Maybe he would be 1-0, and it's just like, come on, man, you got to get in other pitches. All the time when they ever had a good pitcher was Greinke, when it was just them two.
Right.
Yeah,
they were just dominant.
But like you said too, though. So this is what I like about Kershaw. Kersshaw's a dude that doesn't want to come out, and you know how kind of chastise dudes for wanting to come out. You know, they're like, oh, they're little 100 pitches and they want out. Kershaw's like, no, man, I don't care about my 150 pitches. I want to finish this game. Yeah. He's a throwback, you know?
He's a definite bulldog.
I heard him say one time, he said one thing that he picked up from Sandy Koufax was he said he asked, or I can't remember it because I'm just paraphrasing, right?
Yeah.
But he asked Sandy Koufax, what do you consider a quality start, right? And he's like, a quality start is when you get a handshake at the end of the game from the catcher. And you know what he meant by that? It was a complete game. Because, a quality start now is 3 runs or less in 6 innings. And so Koufax like, that's not a quality start. Quality start is when you get to shake the catcher's hand on the field at the end of the game. That's a quality start.
True.
And Kershaw's kind of taking that mentality. Now, he don't go, complete games anymore because, they've used them a lot and the way things are. But that's what I think of is like, man, he's such a alpha pitcher that he would make them stick it out with him a little bit too long, even for his own good, where they should have maybe taken him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I could agree on that one. There were definitely times, especially in the postseason, where it's like, all right, he brought him in, whatever, he did what he was supposed to do. I know you want to keep him in there because you feel like he's the one you got to have in there, but you can see, like, man, okay, he got those 3 outs, man, get him out of there, get somebody else in there now. Like, because he barely got out of there. Get him out now. But no, you throw him back in there, give him another shot, and then things happen.
Yeah. I totally agree. But maybe this is the year. Earlier we were talking about how the Dodgers were losing. Well, they're not losing no more, sir. They're 10-6, so they will not have as many losses as the Angels have wins.
The Angels done screwed up in the 9th inning right now. They gave up 3 runs in the 9th inning to tie the game. So we're 2 outs, 1 guy on right now. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Hey, well, why don't we segue with that and talk about my theory that my buddy Eddie?
I'm telling you right now, man, they're not tanking. There's no way they're tanking.
No, I'm not saying they're tanking. He's saying they should tank.
They're not going to. They're not going to.
No, there's a difference. He's saying they should. And I agree. How are you going to get pitching, dude? Like, where are you going to get magically pitching from? Are you going to go out there and buy them? I mean, it seems like every year the Angels are the front runners to get, the top dog, and then the top dog, doesn't want to sign with them. Like, look at this past year with Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Like, dude, Garrett Cole is a local boy, bro. He grew up, 5 miles away from Angel Stadium. Like, I covered that dude when he was in high school, right? Like, I wrote his first professional story. And if that dude didn't want to sign with the Angels, where his friends and family were at, and I get it, he's a big Yankees fan, but bro, he said no. Like, man, what's it gonna take? To get a top-notch Yankees signing go with the Angels. And I like the theory, dude. Why not tank a little bit and make yourself, a top 3, top 5 pick in the draft, and Get yourself a legit arm right there. You know, somebody that could be in the pros.
I mean, we had the 10th pick in the draft this year, and we picked up an arm. We picked up 3 quality arms this year in the draft. It's time for them to go pick up a few more. I mean, at this rate, if and it's a very, very like wide, far away if the Angels make the postseason, it's going to be on a wild card, and it's going to be on a fluke, I think.
They're not making it, bro.
Like I said, hey, it ain't over until the fat lady sings and they say, hey,
she's already
you're
singing.
out.
She's singing after 2 weeks of the season. She's already singing. So it's over, man.
They're singing, I'm just not listening.
2021, you gotta wait for it, man, because they're done.
I don't know. Yeah, it's probably the monkey being all loud and you can't hear over the monkey.
That's what it is. The monkey keeps me going.
Who's the last like legit pitcher that the Angels drafted that came up and was actually, let's say, even an all-star?
Chuck Finley.
Jared Weaver? No, Jeff Weaver.
No, Jared. It was Jared.
Jared.
Weaver?
That's
Jared
probably the
Weaver
last
and
one.
Chuck Finley. Those are the last 2.
Richard? Jared Richards? Was he an all-star?
No,
he got drafted by the Angels?
No, he never became an all-star. He got hurt.
So the last pitcher.
He got hurt after the all-star break, though.
No, he was never an all-star. He never was an all-star.
So your last pitcher was Weaver.
Yeah, it would be Weaver would have been the last all-star pitcher.
And remember, what was Weaver drafted? He was like drafted top 10. I believe he was a sandwich pick or something.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
I mean, dude, that's what it's gonna take. That's what it's gonna take. I mean,
But
and the last big free agent signing was C.J. Wilson, right?
Yeah.
I mean, free agent signing anyways. Bartolo, we got him in a trade. You got him in a trade or what?
Yeah, Bartolo we got in a trade. C.J. Wilson we picked up on a signing. We signed him when he became a free agent from Houston, Texas.
Then he left you guys to go race cars, right?
Yeah, he did. Motherfucker. C.J. Wilson Racing can kiss my ass.
Nobody wants to play for the Angels, man.
And he was a local boy because he was from Lake Forest.
Yeah. Yeah, he was from down the street.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it takes...
It's a stigma right now with the Angels.
But baseball draft to me is a crapshoot, man. You can have
you never know.
It's just but it's pitching. You can have them in the second round as being dominant, but I don't know about baseball draft. To me, it's a crapshoot. I mean, you can get number one.
You never really know.
Don't even make it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You never really
hard to get to the major leagues.
You never really know with how something's going to pan out. It could look great on paper, but when the brass sticks the tacks or whatever they call it, it may be a fucking flop, and that's kind of where we get it.
Right. I mean, look at Brady. The dude that's doing well for the Angels. He was he was a bonus, baby. I forget, top 10, maybe number 2 or 3 overall, and he was doing horrible with Baltimore. And finally, Baltimore was like, all right, we're done with you, dude. Go the Angels, right?
And he's a fucking ace. He was in there today. He pitched 8 innings. No, 7 innings. He pitched 7 innings today. Gave up 2 runs the entire game. The Angels bullpen gave up 3 more runs to tie the game in the 9th inning. So go fuck myself. Whatever.
There's always rules for the Dodgers, man. You need to come over. You can come over, man.
Anything can happen, bro. I don't care about losing that bad.
On the move too, they were talking about like that. He's one of the dudes that might be getting traded because the Angels traded everybody and their mother that was available, right?
No, because Upton's still here.
That people wanted.
That's not the point. That's not the point.
They traded La Stella to Oakland, right? Even to their own damn rivals.
Yeah, they traded La Stella to Oakland. They traded Goodwin. Castro went to the Rangers. And then...
Again, inside their own division.
And then Goodwin went to... I want to say like the White Sox or somebody over there.
And then... Dude.
But they got like 3 pitchers out of the deal, and then a shortstop and a catcher. So
all of which I heard suck balls, but
very much so.
Yeah, I mean, for the guys that you gave up, I liked Goodwin. Remember I told you
I
liked him.
I was hoping that Adele would come in and bump Upton out, and then bring in Goodwin go to left field, or Goodwin go to the right field, Adele go to left field, and Trout in center. Now, the way it looks like for next season, it might be Ohtani in right field, fucking Adele in left, and Trout running in the center. So
why not put Ohtani at freaking DH, dude?
That too. Either that.
His arm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're trying to figure out a way to get him in there all the time because we still got Pujols for another year and change.
Have him DH and put Ohtani at first base.
Luis.
Yeah, I know.
Pujols reminds me of like Babe Ruth. You ever see the movie The Kid, right? Where,
Yes.
where like he gets to first and like, hey, you can run it.
Yeah, he's a pitch runner.
Yeah, that's what like Pujols has come down to, and I like the guy. But that's the image I have of Pujols right now. You know?
No, I'm with you there. He's definitely. The other day he was at second base and they waved him through on a base hit, and it looked like he was really hurting getting it home.
I don't know. He's like, no, coach. No.
I'm at one. I'm staying at third. I'm
Stop it right here.
This is where I'm going. I don't care if it's in the gap and nobody's gotten to it yet. I'm staying at third.
Right. So the Angels did sell a lot. You know, if you're not content, you might as well sell and go young. You know, when you can.
Yeah.
I didn't hear good stuff about them. I didn't hear bad stuff about the guys Angels got. But
it was nobody that they were like, oh shit, the Angels got who? Like they made no big moves, honestly. It was more moves giving away people than it was picking up people. But we'll just have to see. There's a few players to be named later and a few cash considerations there. So who knows what those may bring up later. So we'll have to wait and see. You know who did win the fucking at the trade deadline is the Slam Diego Padres.
They did, dude.
Jesus Christ. I want to know whoever's fucking managing them, I need them to come over here and be our GM. Jesus Christ.
Right? Yeah, dude, they made some moves. They went all out. But you know what? They gave up one of their prize prospects, man, for a dude that not bad, but it didn't make sense. So, you know they have like 4 catchers on the roster now, right?
Yeah.
Because they kept 2. Ahia, who's supposed to be a prize prospect but hasn't panned out. They have Austin Hedges, who's like known as a stud defender but really can't hit the side of a barn door, right?
Right.
And then they traded for Aaron Nola, which was a catcher from the Mariners, a youngster, the brother of I can't remember. It was Nola's his last name, but Aaron, I believe, is a pitcher for Philadelphia. And I forget this guy's first name, but it's his younger brother. He's really good, right? But that's 3, right? 3 catchers. And then they traded for another catcher. I'm drawing a blank on who it is. They didn't trade away any of those other 2 catchers. Like, they kept all 4. That, to me, didn't make sense. And Nola, they traded for Nola by giving away one of their top prospects, a dude named Trammell, an outfielder who's just a stud, right?
Right.
I was really surprised at that one, considering that they already had catchers that were viable. Traded for Nola, and not only did they trade for Nola, they traded for another catcher. So they traded for 2 catchers, and I was like, oh, okay, they're going to trade some of these other catchers for whatever they can, right? They didn't. That was really like a head scratcher. And you would think Trammell, the trade for Trammell, would have been in the Clevenger trade, right? Because they traded for the pitcher, Clevenger.
Yeah.
Mike Clevenger, I believe, from the Indians. That dude's a stud, man. He is a stud. And I knew the Indians basically wanted to get rid of him ever since they suspended him because basically try to justify what Plesac did and stuff like that. So like,
yeah, we talked about that last week, 2 weeks ago.
And I told you, like, that dude's gonna be gone. Like, they're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah.
Somehow. And the Padres, I was like, oh my God, they gotta steal. Not only that, they also got another reliever. I believe they got 2 relievers. They got the reliever, forget his name, but his last name's Williams from Seattle, and he had become their closer. And then they got the dude I like, which is Rosenthal. I want to say it's Trevor. His first name.
Trevor Rosenthal. Yeah.
So Rosenthal from, I believe he came from the Kansas City Royals. He was well known for being with the Cardinals and just a flamethrower.
Yeah.
They got that dude, and I really like that dude. And I'm like, damn, they're coming after my Dodgers, man. They are coming after him.
I think the Dodgers still end up first in that division, but I think the Padres are right behind them, maybe two games behind them.
So let me tell you, I hope that the Dodgers, if they play them in the playoffs, I hope they play them early because they're gonna have like those first year kind of jitters as a team because they're young.
Yeah.
I would hate to play them late because they're very talented, and if they get past that first round, they could make a run. You know, like they're that talented. I'd rather catch them early in the playoffs than late in the playoffs because then they have some confidence if they get into the playoffs late. You know, like if we meet each other in the NLCS, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just my thoughts.
I don't know what the CS is in baseball. I haven't seen one of those in fucking years.
You haven't even seen a DS, be honest.
Shut up. It's been like 2013, I think.
I had hair back then when it.
You had hair back? This motherfucker bald as fuck.
I had hair.
Yeah, that's how far back it was. Let's see what else we got here. Contenders and pretenders segment. Who do you think's gonna be? With only a few weeks left in the season, who do you think's gonna be?
Let me read them off to you, okay?
All right.
Let me read off to you these contenders and stuff like that. So I'm gonna read off to you. Let's start in the AL, right?
All right.
So, and I'm gonna read dudes are contending for the division title, right? So in the AL East, leading the AL East is the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Okay. And then in second, 5.5 games back, is the Yankees in Toronto. So from Yankees in Toronto, who's a contender, who's a pretender from those?
I think the Yankees are contenders and Toronto's pretenders.
Okay.
If you want to go that route.
Yeah, that's what
I would agree with that.
All right.
Remember, I told you who would win that division. And who did I tell you?
No. We both agreed that Tampa Bay was a dark horse. Right. We both agreed on Tampa Bay. Everybody else, and even Cerdano fucking told me when I told him that shit, he was like, bro, you're fucking crazy. And I was like, nah.
I think they would be in the World Series, remember? I can't believe it was them or Oakland, but I told you it'd be, I believe it was Tampa Bay. Your pick was Oakland in the World Series. Mine was Tampa Bay. Okay. All right. So, and then pretenders, wow, there's 3 at the top right there, all fighting for first. So let's say we're going to take a contender, we're going to take the winner, contender, and the pretender, right? Because there's 3 teams. So the AL Central, we got the White Sox leading by half a game. We got Cleveland behind by half a game, and we got Minnesota behind again by half a game. So who wins it? Who's a contender? Who's a pretender?
So we got Cleveland, Minnesota, and
White Sox.
And the White Sox. I think the White Sox end up fucking themselves, and
they're playing hot right now.
And they're getting on it, but I think they get a little bit of I think they get above their tax bracket there, and they fuck it up at the end. So I'm thinking I'm going to call the White Sox the pretenders because they're showing it up right now, but I don't think they're going to finish it out. Then who we got left?
You got the Minnesota Twins.
The Twins and
the Cleveland.
I think Minnesota takes it, and Cleveland's second.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think Minnesota's the pretenders.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think the White Sox, this could be, they've been talking about the White Sox forever. But they got a lot of young talent, and they're playing real well. So I'm going to think the White Sox are going to be the contenders.
Yeah?
I think so.
All right.
I don't know why, but that's just my feeling.
All right, so who's the pretender and who's going to be there?
So the contenders are the White Sox, and then the pretenders are the Twins.
The Twins, all right.
I just think they had that one good year last year, and to me, that was a fluke. I don't see them. That's my opinion.
I like pitching. I always think pitching's going to win out.
Mm-hmm.
So Cleveland, I believe Cleveland takes that division title because they got the pitching to win it. The White Sox, I think, are going to be the contenders. They might be like a first-round busters in the playoffs, but they could hit, man. And they got a little bit of pitching. See, I thought they were going to go after Lance Lynn. If they would have gone after Lance Lynn, I would have took them for sure, but they didn't. So their pitching is all right. They got Lucas, who's really good, and just threw that no-hitter. But aside from that, they got Dallas, who's a little soft-tossing lefty.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm not sold on their pitching. And Minnesota, like you said, they're kind of fluky. They don't have any, shutdown pitching. They got some good pitchers at moments, Maeda's good at moments. Barrios is really good at moments. They got a reliever, but they don't have a bridge in there, I don't think, in open. And their hitters, same thing with the White Sox. Hitting's only going to take you so far,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll take Cleveland as winning that title, and the White Sox. Maybe I'm being a little biased just because Bernardo's there right now, and I'm kind of cheering for him. I hope he makes it. He's staying with the club actually for a little bit. I'm going to cheer for them no matter what. So I hope they're contenders. To be honest.
Oh, there you go. All right, let's go on to the West.
Yeah. Sorry. I won't even bring up the last place team in there, but so in first place we got Oakland. Second, we by a game and a half behind is Houston, and in third we got Seattle Mariners. All right, who is who takes that division?
Oakland.
It's obviously between Oakland and Houston.
I say Oakland takes the
Who's a pretender?
and I think that the Mariners come up and the Astros get fucking thrown out.
Think so?
Yeah.
That's what I think the same thing. Yeah, I don't know how the A's do it every year. I just don't fucking get it.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna win the whole thing.
No, but they always have a solid team.
Oh yeah,
and I just don't get it. But I'd like to say I think the A's also, and the Astros, like you were saying, I think the Astros are going to flame out. They just got too much hate going on with
yeah,
the cheating bastards.
yeah. I think they'll flame out as well. I think it'll be the A's and the Mariners.
So, God, I mean, I pick Oakland, so I guess I got to stick with them. Even though the Astros have been playing so bad, dude, and they're only a game and a half back. That's the problem.
They just got to get hot.
Tuvi's hitting 225. Springer's hitting low 200s. I mean, they got dudes hurt. They got what's the name hurt.
Well, it's hard to hit the ball when you don't know what's coming.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Dude, like, you know, they're not
bad.
They're doing so bad, and they're only a game and a half back.
Yeah.
That's just, man. So I'll take Oakland just because I really don't want Astros to win that division. But to me, Houston's obviously contenders. Seattle's 6 games back of Houston. So with 3 weeks left in the season, 6 games is a hell of a lot to make up. I don't see them becoming contenders. So I'll take Oakland, Houston as contenders, and Seattle as pretenders.
All right. What we got in the end? What do we got in the National League?
Going over to the grandfather side here. Let's see. We got the National League. We got the East. So we got leading the division is Atlanta Braves, up by 2 games on Philly, and the surprise team is the Miami Marlins. So who wins that division? Who is a contender? Who's a pretender?
Give me all three one more time. Sorry.
Atlanta, Philly, and Miami. Atlanta up by 2 games on Philly. Miami is 4.5 back of Atlanta.
I like the way you just run it down. I think it stays that way. I don't think anything changes right there.
Yeah, I have to agree with him.
I think Atlanta takes it. Philly's right there.
I agree.
We have been consensus.
It's just because Atlanta is well-rounded, you know. Philly's pretty good too, but their bullpen reminds me of the Angels bullpen. They're just it's the truth.
Stop bringing my guys up, man. It hurts bad enough.
I'm just trying to keep you in the mix here, so keep you in the conversation.
Whatever, Dick. Let's go.
Miami's surprised, you know, and I could see Miami actually being one of those dark horse contenders where, you know, like a whole bunch of teams make the playoffs. I think Miami's going to make one of those wild card slots, to be honest. I really do. Because they're playing with nothing to lose, you know? They remind me of like the Bad News Bears, you know? Like, everybody expects them to suck, so they're like, we don't got nothing to lose. Nobody's expecting anything from us. And they traded for that dude from Arizona, Starling Marte, dude. And that dude homered like in his first step back for them. That was impressive that they made that trade, you know?
We'll have to wait and see what happens there, but I think we're gonna let that one lie. We're gonna let that one lie. What's the term in golf? You gotta play where it lies. We're gonna let that one play where it lies.
Yeah, I agree. All right, and the NL Central, we got the Cubs in first, up by 4.5 games on both of these teams, which is Milwaukee and St. Louis. So who is taking that title? Who's a contender? Who's a pretender?
So we got Cubs, St. Louis, and who?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Now, how far is Milwaukee and
St. Milwaukee and St. Louis are both 4.5 back.
So they're both got the same record.
Yeah,
that's the record.
I
mean, they have the same. It's not even the same winning percent. I don't know how they did this, but
I think they
play more games.
And because the St. Louis had they missed a lot. They
missed a lot of games, yeah.
So, but they're both 4.5 back. So looks like Milwaukee has the edge on St. Louis to me. But
yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Cubbies, Milwaukee, St. Louis.
That what you're gonna go with?
That's how I'm gonna go.
Something about Cardinals. I don't know what it is. They get this magic run that they go and
they always beat the Dodgers.
Yeah, screw you. You know what?
Always.
Nah. Cubs. I'm thinking it's gonna be. They're both the same. But the Cardinals always get some COVID shit going on. So
Yeah. So what you
I
got?
was gonna do with Milwaukee. I'm gonna do the same thing. Cubs, Milwaukee, and the
Cardinals.
St. Louis.
Yeah. I think
that you went against your instincts. So I'm going Cubs, St. Louis, and Milwaukee's a pretender.
Well, we all agree the Cubs are taking it.
But that St.
I
Louis,
think the
but
Cubs are too strong.
Yeah.
You know, too strong.
but something about the Cardinals. I always think they always pull ahead for some reason. But
Dude.
but I.
And
Oh, my
yeah, Milwaukee, I don't know, man. They find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. Kinda
Exactly.
Somewhere, you know. So, but you're right. St. Louis has that little magic somehow. They sneak in or whatever. I don't think they're gonna win anything if they sneak in.
No.
But still find a way to sneak in, and I can see. I mean, they only have. You know, they're at the same spot as Milwaukee, which again is really strange because
They play best
Milwaukee's
games.
winning percentage is at 486, and St. Louis is at 483, which to me, that's Milwaukee should be winning or in second, but they both have them at 4.5 back. So,
And before
but yeah.
before you even get into it, all right, before you even start, it's gonna be the Dodgers and the fucking Padres. Then let's just be done with it.
No.
Ah, god damn it!
Let's see here. We save the best for last.
What do you got?
All right, and coming in is the best team in baseball at 29-10.
The Padres?
Los Angeles Dodgers, the real LA team.
Wow, the Brooklyn Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yeah, the L.A. Orange County,
Oh, they have-
San Clemente, Santa Ana, Angels,
Santa Ana Orange,
Tustin.
Lake Forest, Dustin of
Tustin.
Angels. Almost Diamond Bar Angels.
Derek says the Angels have had the most name changes of any Major League Baseball team.
Actually, no, they've only had 3 name changes. They were the Los Angeles Angels to start.
California Angels.
They were the California Angels, and then they were the Anaheim Angels. They were 3. That's it.
So that's 4 now, right? Because now they're like the Los Angeles Angels of Southern California.
Of Anaheim.
Right?
No, there is no of anything. It's just the Los Angeles Angels.
No, they were the Los Angeles Angels of
That's 4,
Anaheim.
right?
No, there's only 3. They started off as the Los Angeles Angels, and then they were, the.
Nobody said.
And they were the
Listen to
Anaheim
what I said. I
Angels.
said the most name changes.
Yeah.
Not the most different names. I said the most name changes.
Bah.
There's a difference.
Whatever.
There's a difference. So
Whatever.
now, listening to what I just said, would you agree that they've had the most name changes?
I agree with you.
Okay, I think so too, right? Just saying. They got some identity issues.
I refused to answer the question. I played the 5th.
The schools when they're doing really bad with their test scores, you know what they do? They change their school name so that the test scores reset, right? I feel
Yeah.
like that's what the Angels are trying to do. They're like, you know what? Maybe we change our name, people won't see when was the last time we didn't win or when we won. Like it'll reset.
Yeah. Whatever, dude.
I think that's just a theory. I could be wrong. I'm just messing with you, Brent. All right, but seriously though, you're right. This one's just too obvious.
That was in the bag, bro. The Dodgers,
The
Padres.
Padres, and who's in third? Do you know who's in third?
Nobody cares.
Is it
It's
Colorado?
Third.
Is it Colorado?
Yeah,
It's Colorado, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're distant third, and they were in first
At the
for,
beginning
like,
of the year.
First 2 weeks.
Yep.
It's like one of my sayings, right, Brent?
It's
like-
not how you finish. It's not how you start. It's how you finish.
Yeah, but give it it's Novocaine. Like Novocaine, give it time, it always works, right?
There you go.
And they were bound to fall. I knew they were gonna fall. Dude,
They
lost
lost 13 games, didn't they?
Twitter post?
No.
So they had a Twitter post against the San Francisco, right? So they're like, normally we try to say something encouraging, something go, and this was like them posting it, right?
Right.
It says, but today we lost 25-3. That's all. That's the post. Because they lost like 25-3 to the San Francisco Giants, and I was like, man, that's pretty funny. That was clever.
Yeah.
All right, so we got our division winners there, folks. You can go there and book it with Vegas.
All right, moving on to the NBA tonight. The Brooklyn Nets have named Hall of Famer Steve Nash as the 23rd head coach in the franchise NBA history. Is that going to do anything for them to win?
I mean, are we talking win games, win a title, or something? Or
Win
what?
it? Are they going to win a title under Steve Nash?
No.
Is
No.
is that going to change the culture in Brooklyn?
No.
the culture as in like
not
being
sucking.
More... yeah, because next year Kyrie is supposed to be healthy, and so is Kevin Durant. You know.
Yeah.
They signed Durant to that deal with the intention of him not playing this past year, but him playing next year. I mean, they're going to win some games. They're going to make the playoffs. Will they win a title? I hope not, because I don't like that. While I respect Durant and I think he's got game,
Yeah.
I hate that he jumped ship. You know, I can't respect anybody in terms of that part of their game. And Kyrie's just like him. Both of those dudes jump ship every chance they get.
Yeah.
Like they both have left their franchises, and then they left their second franchise that they were with. So they're both on their third franchise. You know.
But
Like
Kyrie always gets.
$15.
But Kyrie always gets hurt. Every year he gets hurt since a knee, an ankle.
It reminds me of Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
Right.
The way
So much potential, it just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got, they both have their titles, so I don't see them. They're not dudes that strike me as like hungry to win titles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They seem like ring chasers, if anything. They
Yeah.
both had other dudes. They both had other dudes that led them to those titles. Now they have to be the dudes that lead other guys to the titles. I don't see them doing that.
I don't see it happening either.
And you know what? Stephen A. Smith had a nice little rant or whatever.
Okay.
I think it's important to bring up. Talking about how black coaches don't get a fair shake in the
NBA.
in any sports in general, right? And just to paraphrase what he said, basically, was like, Steve Nash has never coached, dude, not at the high school level, not at the college level, at any level. He's never been an assistant, nothing, right?
Right.
And this dude comes in with no resume on his background and instantly gets a job just because he didn't even have to, what he called it, he didn't even have to go, I don't want to say petition, that's the wrong word. Basically like sell himself, right? Like he just had to go and say, hey, I'm interested, and boom, he got the job. Yet there's dudes like McAdoo, I forget his first name.
Bob McAdoo.
Bob McAdoo.
I believe it's Bob McAdoo, right?
Yeah.
He's been coaching the NBA for like, they're talking about like 20 years as an assistant. And that dude only got like one interview, and I believe it was like with the Knicks, and then that's it. He didn't even get an interview with the Nets or anything like that. And he's like a seasoned black coach, right? And he didn't get an interview.
Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue, same thing. Like they're like, dude, that's a dude that's won a title, and they didn't take him. Another one that he's been blackballed though. See, and he brought
Mark
him
Jackson.
up, but,
No.
yeah, he's been blackballed from coaching the NBA. Like, ain't nobody gonna say it, but that's what's happened, right?
Yeah.
Mark Jackson is a perfect example of what he said is wrong with the NBA. So Mark Jackson has made it clear that he wants to coach in the NBA, right? But nobody's giving him a shot. And Mark Jackson would have been the perfect fit for Brooklyn because he's a New York dude.
Yeah.
He was born and raised there, played high school there, he played college there, and he got drafted by New York Knicks and was the Rookie of the Year for the Knicks there. Like, if anybody has ties to New York,
It's him.
And that dude didn't even get an interview. Like, there's something wrong, dude. That's like part of the culture of things that are just like wrong with everything in general, I guess, right?
Yeah.
It's deeply rooted, right? Now, I love Steve Nash, and a lot of people that know Steve Nash, it's not like anybody saying, oh, so you're saying Steve Nash? No, dude, it's not about Steve Nash. It's about the black coaches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of assistant coaches that have the qualifications to be a head coach, and like you said, they just passed them all up.
Yeah.
Because the owner, I like Steve Nash, so he's gonna be my coach.
Yeah.
Steve
Steve Nash has zero coaching skills at any level, but just because he's a Hall of Famer and he just happens to be a Caucasian man, like you said, no qualifications as a coach. Nobody's ever said, "Oh man, Steve Nash is like a courtside coach or whatever, or on-court coach." He's not that guy. You know what I mean?
No, he was that player. He was a point guard, won 2 MVPs, and that dude coached those.
Yeah.
Well, he moved the game, but he wasn't. He wasn't a strategist with it. But he wasn't a strategist about it. He was like, okay, this is what they're telling me we're gonna do. All right, this is what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna do this, and that. And he orchestrated after he was given the script. If you know what I'm saying.
Okay, I could agree with that. So now let me give you a perfect example of other dudes, and I can't think of like maybe black coaches in terms of baseball that didn't get a fair shake right off the top of my head. I could think of white baseball coaches that this has happened to. And I'll give you two names right away. Robin Ventura, for one, no coaching experience. That dude becomes a major league manager right away, right? That's one dude. And then the latest one is Aaron Boone. Same thing. Now, Aaron Boone has the pedigree, right? And he is a good coach. Don't get me wrong. I'm just stating the fact that this dude had no coaching experience. None.
Yeah, that's true.
None. And
how about
he becomes the head coach?
How about the coach for the Cubs?
Oh, same thing. You're right.
David Ross.
Yeah, David Ross. Another dude, that's really liked and all that stuff. Like, I'm with it. Like, I get it.
But put your dues in.
But man, like they have nothing under their belt. And maybe some of these owners or whatever, they're really reaching for these dudes because they think they're going to be stars, so they're trying to catch them before someone else gets them. Like, I get that theory behind it, but still, dude, like, I just feel like dudes are working and trying to get there are never going to get that first shake because they don't have the name, because they don't have the right skin color,
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just crazy. It's totally crazy how they do that. Even like Becky Hams. Is it Becky Ham? What's the girl for San Antonio Spurs? That was assistant.
San Antonio Spurs.
Well, yeah, but they're lobbying her to be a head coach. She's been a assistant coach for what, 4 years?
Yeah, something like that.
She
actually did the co-head coach thing right when Pop got kicked out with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, give her a shot.
Yeah, I agree.
She's got more experience than fucking Steve Nash.
Let me ask you. I'm gonna ask both of you guys this question because you guys are obviously more well versed in the NBA than I am right now. So, do you think they give her a better shot at a head coaching position than they do another black coach who's been in the league maybe as long or a little bit longer? Just because of the whole, she's a female and she would be the first female head coach.
I'm going to say no.
Okay.
I'm going to say no. Just because it's a men's league. But she's qualified. She's played women's basketball. She knows the game.
Okay.
Why can't she be a coach? It's just going to take a special owner.
To that same extent, then, Steve Nash has played the game. He's a Hall of Famer.
But he has put no dues as
this
being
is
a
true.
coach.
Yeah, okay.
That's the difference. Like you said, he has put no dues and he just came off the street to be a coach.
Yeah.
Because the owner likes him.
All right. I'm there. Artie, any rebuttals or any additions?
Geez, I don't know. I think someone eventually, if someone's going to get a shot, it'll probably be her eventually. But it's going to be like a West Coast team that's not doing very well. That is trying to
shake it up.
Yeah, shake things up. Be different or get in the spotlight.
So let me ask you this then: you're saying it's going to be a West Coast team. Which West Coast team is going to bite the proverbial bullet and do it first?
You know what? Call me crazy, right?
Oh, crazy!
I could see, like, let's say the Seattle Sonics become an expansion team again, right? I could see her going to like a Seattle Sonics if they became an expansion team again. Because I know they're not existing right now because they're, I don't even know what they turned into right now. They're I think it's the Thunder, right? They're the Thunder now?
Oklahoma Thunder.
Yeah. So, but if, an expansion team.
But they are talking about the Seattle Supersonics coming back.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could see something like that, Brent. Like, that's, again, I mean, it's a far-fetched theory, but I could see something like that.
I can see it happening. What were you saying, Sir Dan?
I was saying Sacramento. If Luke Walton doesn't get the job done, why would she go there? Worse would she? I mean, if you're talking West Coast team, I mean, what else?
What other team? Yeah, I don't see another West Coast team that would go that route right now.
Philadelphia or Phoenix.
Phoenix would be a good one.
Those be the only two because she ain't gonna become a Laker. She won't be a Laker.
And I don't think D'Antoni's a good coach, man. And,
nah, you know what? Yeah, I don't either. That style of shit that he plays, that's not gonna get you no. Oh,
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
But by the way,
right, like the Phoenix.
I just want to give an update real quick. The Angels have beat the Houston Astros 6-5 in 11 innings. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, baby Jesus.
So what? Still 6 games back?
Yeah, we're still like 92 games back from even being in contention at this point. But still, they got a W.
Double-digit wins yet?
Shut up. Yes, we do. Literally 10.
Mark it.
All right. So we take the Suns, or if the Sacramento Kings, or if they do the if the Supersonics come back, we could see her going there. If anything.
Oh, jeez, they only have 13 wins. Wow, that's pretty bad.
Shut up. We're talking about basketball right now. I just happen to bring it up. It just happens to come up right now. Don't give me that shit right now, dude. Come on.
Another team on the same division that only has 13 wins.
Oh, God, yeah. Texas Rangers.
You do? Like I said, you thought I was lying?
No, I know my West Coast team.
There you go.
Anyways.
You're trying to finish not in dead last, right?
And exactly, we're not trying to be dead last. we gotta get like the third pick in the draft, right?
Actually, are they the worst team in the AL? I gotta check.
No, they're not. Go fuck yourself, Jesus Christ.
They are. Jeez. No, they're not. Boston.
Thank you.
Boston has 2 more losses than them.
Thank the good Lord be Jesus for the Boston fucksacks. I mean the Red Sox.
Dude, you guys are actually, and you would have a top 3 pick right now, Brett.
Shut up, Artie. Nobody cares.
Wow.
Moving on.
Wow.
Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. God damn it. The final 8 have advanced. The West Coast, talking about NBA again. The West Coast, we got the Lakers, the Rockets, the Clippers, and Nuggets. In the East, we got the Bucks and the Heat. And then we got Boston and the Toronto Raptors. Tonight, the Lakers dropped the first game to the Rockets. So atrociously terrible.
It hurts.
It hurt really bad watching because they were just playing like shit. They kept trying to hit 3-pointers when nobody was hitting anything. If you're not in a rhythm and hitting your threes, stop fucking trying to do that shit. Drive the paint and fucking go and score some fucking points. But no, and they have what, 3 of the biggest people in the fucking
You got
NBA.
Anthony Davis. He needs to get his ass down in the paint and fucking dominate. I don't get it. Like you said, they're just shooting. We were watching the game. We didn't watch it until like what, third quarter?
Third quarter.
And it's just like, stop fucking shooting threes. Anthony Davis, get your ass down in the block and dominate.
Not only that, but they were shooting threes and nobody was there to pick up the board. Nobody was there to pick up that rebound. Nobody was there to try and get that second attempt points. They just like, oh, he shoot the 3. All right, we're all going to stay out here. Oh, he missed it, and they got the ball again. And that's the one thing that Houston did really well today was they were picking up the boards and getting those second attempt points, or third attempt points, and the Lakers just were not doing it. Granted, now, everybody's going to talk shit. So Dino was talking to me about this earlier, but everybody talked shit about the Lakers when they dropped that first game in the first series, and then they came back and dominated the next 4 games. So, are they going to come around the next game and dominate and show, okay, we were just fucking wetting our shoes here, just trying to get the feel for the team, and we're going to dominate the Rockets? Do you think the Rockets are going to go take this one?
I mean, the Lakers got to play bully ball. You know what I'm saying? They got to go in there and play bully ball. They got to go down and dominate the paint. They can't be trying to dominate the arc. They got to dominate the paint. Dominating the arc isn't their game. That's what Houston does. That's why they're not that good of a team, because you live by the 3, die by the 3, right?
Yeah.
That's not going to win you a lot of games. I mean, it's happened other than it going for Golden State, who has arguably 2 greatest shooters of all time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the same team, and then they added Kevin Durant, which is another 5 shooters of all time or whatever. Other than that, when does it really happen? You know?
Yeah, no, I think they wasted too much time, too many opportunities trying to shoot that 3-pointer when it wasn't there. If it's not there at the end of the day, fucking go elsewhere. You got to drive that paint. You got 3 7-footers. Okay? All you got to do is put them in the paint. They're bigger than everybody else on the goddamn court. Throw them the ball, put it in the middle, and just let them go and dunk it or lay it up. Like, it's not hard to understand how to beat a smaller team. They may be a little bit faster. They may be able to shoot from the outside. But if you get some of those rebounds and you get those second chance points, like, you're going to win every time.
That's another thing with Anthony Davis. He doesn't want to play the 5. That's his whole thing. But in this series, you need to get your ass down to 5 to win. Cause
you have to.
You just have to change it up. And I think that's his whole thing. He needs to be down in the blocks. Give it to him. They need to bring up Ron. I don't know when we were watching the game. Rondo was in the game for guys. I don't know how many minutes he played tonight. And he just came back. This was his first game. You've already brought, what's his name? Who they brought in? Smith?
Yeah,
J.R. Smith.
Smith.
And then who's the other guy they brought in? Who's the other
Well,
guy?
Dwight, I didn't even see Dwight Howard in the game.
Well, like I said, we caught it to the end. He might have only played 15 minutes tonight.
Yeah, but at the end of the... Okay, but here's the thing. Even if you play those 15 minutes, Dwight Howard knows he's a big fucker, and he's going to stand in the middle of the fucking paint, and he's going to get that ball and just lay it up or dunk it. That's all his job is. Or pick up the board and pass it back out and let somebody else shoot it. But he knows that. Anthony Davis doesn't want to do that. Anthony Davis wants to be all over the court.
Yeah.
And he doesn't... That's like, dude, like, man, you can ball. It's cool. But that's not your role. You're a big man. Your job is to be in the paint, getting those rebounds, and getting those second chance points and pushing up. Yeah, especially in this series.
You need to bring your ass down low and dump it in. Watch, next game, watch the changes he's going to make. It's going to be a big... He's going to score probably like 38 points. LeBron's going to have something. You know, it's going to be a totally different game plan this time. It has to be. If not, they're in trouble.
No, if they go down 2-0 to the Rockets, you might want to close that one down. That one might be in the books at that point. I mean, you never know, but 2-0, and if you don't change anything right away, you're really asking a lot of the Lakers right now. And to be the season where everybody expects them to go out there and kick ass and win, they definitely did not show up today.
No, they didn't.
Artie?
Yeah, I agree. Said, get in there, play bully ball, man. Get in there, play some bully ball.
Right on. Clippers did beat the Nuggets, which is good, so the Clippers have a 1-0 lead. I think the Clippers are going to go ahead and shut that one down in 4. Maybe 5. I think the Nuggets may take one. They may steal one at home. What at home? You want to call it at home? When
the Clippers lose?
No, the
Clippers
won.
won.
Like 20.
Yeah, they were losing for a minute, and then they stopped what they were doing and figured out, wait, we're not supposed to do that. We're just supposed to do this other thing. And then they fucking won by, like, I want to say 18.
I don't know. I didn't see the game, so I don't know what it was.
They won. That's what's important. All right, on the East Coast, though, we got the Bucks and Heat. Miami has taken a 2-0 lead. I think they're going to go ahead and take that one.
They're up 3-0.
Yeah. Oh, they're 3. It's a 3-0 lead?
I think they won.
Today?
I think so.
So can somebody verify?
Let's look.
If Miami has taken a 3-0 lead,
they won today.
They won today. There we go. It's
100.
been verified. What, 115 to 100?
Yep.
Yeah, so Miami's going ahead and moving forward, I think. I doubt they're going to lose the next 4 in a row.
Well, everyone thought the Bucks were
Not everybody. Fuck you. I said Miami.
You might have thought, but everyone thought the Bucks were going to go to the championship this year. But this is what I was telling him earlier. Everyone's talking about the Lakers. The Lakers. But no one talked about the Bucks. They were the favorites to win. And they're down 0-3, and their series is over.
Yeah. You know, we're talking about Giannis. Giannis, is he still going to be the MVP? I saw Artie, you put it in the notes here. Maybe, but he is playing like a sidekick, not a superstar. So what's going on with Giannis?
So Richard Jefferson brought up the point that Giannis might be a Pippen, not a MJ, which means he might need another superstar to accompany him to actually reach those finals and win a final, which is true. You know, like, he doesn't have a superstar with him. He's expected to be the superstar. And they're referring to him, while Pippen was a superstar, he wasn't the superstar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like when, you know, Kyrie Irving is a superstar when he was with LeBron and they won the title. He wasn't the superstar. You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't LeBron.
And that's what they're kind of referencing with Giannis is like, he's a superstar, but he's not the superstar. So he might need some help. And I believe, wasn't it Giannis I was talking about? He was trying to recruit somebody over his team, and then he got fined for it or something like that?
Yeah, he was. I forget who it was for, but I do remember the conversation. They were saying that it was tampering. Yeah, it was borderline tampering. He was trying to recruit somebody over social media and like, hey man, like you want to come win? Like, come over here, blah 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 blah. And they were like, whoa, you can't be doing that. So it was very borderline. I forget who it was he was trying to get, but Sardano had his hand up right now, and he was just like,
well, you were just talking about superstars.
Yeah,
and they throw that word out with seem like everybody in NBA, and I can't stand it. You got superstars and you got stars. There's only so many superstars that I'm gonna go watch him. And they just throwing out, he's a superstar. No, he's not. He's a star. Like Kyrie Irving, to me, he's a star. He's not a superstar.
right?
It's only so. It's only like I think there's only like maybe 5. I want maybe 10. I have to go back and look, but it's not that many superstars in the NBA. There's stars
under 10, right? You would say under 10. 10
Yeah,
under 10.
but they throw that word out like it's crazy, and I can't stand it. And I'm like, no, he's not a superstar. I'm not gonna go. I don't care if he goes out. I don't like. To me, Steph Curry, superstar. Okay, I get it.
Like they were talking about Murray, right? From the
Utah, or is it New? Is it Utah or is it Denver?
Either way, you're talking about the same guy.
Yeah, to me, that's
and they're starting to throw the superstar.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. No, you're a star. You're a star. You're not a superstar.
There's a difference.
He was a good player before. Now he's turning into a star.
Yeah, because he's in the bubble. He's tearing it up. He's tearing it up. Yeah, but like if you're not a household name and everyone know you ain't no superstar. You ain't changing the needle.
Yeah.
And I hate that. And it superstar. No, he's not a superstar. I hate it. Drives me fucking nuts, man. It drives.
Hey, would you consider Kawhi Leonard a superstar or a star?
Oh,
he has that old school
he's
blue collar approach to the game. You know?
But I get it. But I'm not going on my way. Oh, Leonard's here to town. I gotta go see. You know what? He doesn't move that needle for me.
But he's on the cusp. But to me, he's not a superstar. I think he's a high-end star.
He's a high-end star.
High-end star, low-end superstar.
Yeah. If you know a lot of people, you know who? No, I don't know who that is. Then you ain't a superstar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I gotta stop. I gotta stop and watch. Oh, he's in town. I gotta go fucking watch this shit. When he's playing, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
You might get. Hey, who won that game? What was his line? All right, cool. But you're not like, bro, I need to go get tickets.
But they throw that superstar out like it's fucking crazy. Like now we got like 50 superstars in the NBA. No, you don't. I just that's one of my pet peeves, man. It drives me nuts, man.
Let me.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Throwing that out, and I have like a perfect example for baseball of a dude that I think's turning into a superstar. Like how you said, right? Like to me, Fernando Tatis is turning into a superstar.
I fucking the second you said that, Artie. The second you said that, I was like, it's Fernando Tatis. I knew it.
Yeah.
Like Manny Machado's on that team. Manny's a star.
Yeah.
He's not a dude that you're like, man, I gotta go see.
You can't. You can build a team off of Fernando Tatis Jr. You add Manny Machado to that team. You don't build a team around Manny Machado.
Right.
But when he was in Baltimore, he was a shit. But you know, as soon as
But here's the thing. Even in Baltimore, the reason why Baltimore let him go is because he was sandbagging.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I know who I am. I know I'm good. Like
he's
whatever.
Prima donna.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not gonna run out a fucking ground ball and I'm gonna be out.
He got to the Dodgers and now he went to the Padres and like you gave him all that money. They're like, why didn't the Dodgers? Look what he's batting. What 220? Same. You know what?
No, he's doing pretty good, dude. He's doing better than you would think this year. He's actually doing all right. Because I thought the same thing. I thought he wasn't playing very well this year. Mm-hmm. And I went to check his numbers. I'm like, man, he don't have bad stats. And you know what else too? You know how he's still in his 20s.
Yeah.
That's one thing I was a little surprised. I was like, damn.
28, 29, no?
So he's still in his prime.
Behind him.
Yeah.
And then I went and looked at his stats, and I was like, oh man. You know what? He's still in his 20s, and he's putting up solid numbers. He's just probably never going to put up like
but he was batting like 330, like he was in Baltimore and all that.
I think, yeah, but still, okay. So let me ask this to both of you guys then. Other than LeBron, all right. Other than who do you think is an up and coming? Give me one or two up and coming superstars in the NBA. Artie?
Really like there's two that like have shots. I don't think they're there, but they
no that up and coming. You're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Artie, what do you got?
I like Spider Mitchell and I like the dude from Phoenix.
You talking about the kid that looked like a little kid?
The kid that looks like a little kid.
What's his name?
Yeah, I know.
What's that guy's name?
He's like a big Kobe follower, you know, and all that.
But see, we don't even know his name.
Like J.A. Morant.
But here's the thing: we're like, what's his name? He's not a superstar. If it takes you a minute to remember his name,
I can't think of his name.
We're talking about like he's not there, but who has a shot? They
yeah.
Be young, one, You know, like they gotta be young. Like Zion, you know, he's a heavier dude. He reminds me like of a Charles Barkley. And yeah, he's pretty special, but like I just see that dude's body
breaking down.
Breaking down. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I don't know. Devin Booker, I believe is his name.
Devin Booker. They look like he's got a baby face, like he's 12 years old. But I bet you. But he needs to get out of Phoenix because he's in Phoenix.
Oh, that's who they were talking about, right? Wasn't Giannis talking about him?
It could have been.
It might have. You know what? I want to say yes.
He's got to get out of Phoenix.
Yeah,
he's got to be out of Phoenix.
He said something about like you need to get out of Phoenix or something like that. I forgot. But man, I think it was him.
It could have been him. He needs to go.
But like those are like three dudes that I could see that. I mean, they're young and
because he's a scorer.
They have flashes and moments, you know.
Yeah, because he's getting lost over there in Phoenix because he carries that team. Easy, he carries that team, but
he's gonna hit average like 30 points a game.
Yeah.
You know, if he's in Phoenix because you know, well, they suck, you know. But he's gonna average 30 points a game, you know, sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Same thing with Spider Mitchell. He doesn't have like a ton of support, but I think Spider Mitchell is going to be like a dude that's hitting close to 30 and 10 assists a game.
Yeah.
He's pretty. I like him, man. I like him.
It's like he's just in the wrong place at the wrong. I mean, he's just got to go. So, like some of those guys now are just like, screw it, I'm out of here, man. I gotta go.
On just that small market teams.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like Anthony Davis. He had to leave, man.
He had to walk away from
he said, I've been here 6 years, 7 years, and we ain't done shit, man. It's time for me to go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And he forced the issue too.
Yeah.
He had that.
And I don't see how
the big T-shirt where it said "That's all, folks." Right.
Yeah. And then like people get mad. Well, like, look, I've been here this long, and the owners ain't gave me shit. I'm out of here. Fulfill my. Well, he didn't fulfill his contract, but he goes, I'm out of here. It's time for me to go.
His career, like you know, someone else down the street that works.
Yeah.
Give him your best.
Mike Trout ain't never gonna win it. Mike Trout's never gonna win one.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I didn't say his name, Brent.
I
said it. I said it.
You gave him the setup, and he hit it out the pack.
I fucking hit a grand slam on that one, buddy. It's out.
All right. Are we done with the NBA there?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Moving on to football. Not football, but football. Brazilian quote-unquote great Neymar has tested positive for COVID-19 following a holiday or vacation, as we said, to Ibiza. When these high-profile athletes realize that just because you have money doesn't mean you're immune to a global pandemic. When are they going to realize this? COVID sees no color, no race, no creed, or tax bracket for that matter. Everyone, please stay safe and keep your loved ones safe. Like, why? Like, why would you even get into a situation that way? Like, a lot of these fucking I don't want to say well you just know the way to say it, but privileged fucking athletes think that they can do what the fuck they want to do. Look at Clevenger and look at the guy he was with. You know what? They're like, oh, we're just gonna go to the casino or whatever. We're gonna go do this. We're gonna do that, and then fucking they get COVID, or you know what I mean? Or they broke protocol, or whatever, and then they get busted down, and fucking Clevenger gets fucking booted away. It's one of those things where it's like who do you gotta hurt before you're like, fuck, you're right, man, I shouldn't have done that. And I think this was Neymar's moment right now, going, well, shit, man, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And now, because from my understanding, he was out there with his family, and his whole party that was out there with him, like 8 of them, they all contracted COVID.
Oh damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's
all of them.
All of them did. Because they all flew in the private jet together. They were all staying together. They were all doing this and that, and they were on vacation or whatever, or holiday, as they say in the European area. They call it holiday. They call it holiday. We call it vacation.
Right. You know who else caught it? And the family caught it was The Rock.
The Rock, yeah, I heard
The Rock and his family. Like, God damn it, man. Shit. You know what I mean?
But like you see with him, I don't know, maybe because
The Rock was filming the new Black Adam movie, and
so they're back filming. Then.
So they're back. They were starting back filming, and maybe that's where he got it. Because I haven't heard anything about The Rock going out and partying and stuff like that. Like this came out, Neymar was out partying with his family and a couple friends in Ibiza in fucking Greece and shit.
And God knows where the fuck those people have been doing.
Exactly. It's like, come on.
You really need to be out filming. Like he doesn't have enough money to take a little staycation for the rest of his life.
I'll take 1% of Rock's total value.
So maybe like
I'll retire on 1%.
I don't think I need to do ever anything else other than just take that 1%.
Right.
But just be safe, you know. If you're gonna go out, wear your mask. But I'm probably sure they're not wearing masks, and they're like you said.
Well, like I said, they feel like, hey man, it's not me.
Entitled to
it's
do what
not
they
gonna
want.
be me. Like this ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. And there you go.
And you got fucking 20 people all
And,
got it.
and I mean, Neymar pisses me off when I do watch soccer and I do see him play because he's one of the biggest floppers this side of fucking flipper.
I don't know shit about soccer, so
Either way, like they just anybody breathes by him and he falls down dying. As soon as he gets the foul, he pops up like, oh yeah, I'm good. So I mean, fuck that guy. I don't wish the pandemic on him, but you reap what you sow. Yeah. You went out there, you did that stuff. It's your fucking fault. You know what I mean? I was gonna jump right into the NFL with Cousins saying something about COVID, but before we get there. Artie, you put something about a contract dispute between Messi and Barcelona. The player opt-out clause is a big issue. Now he is saying former teammate Suarez is now joining his rival Ronaldo and with Juventud. So what's going on there, bud?
So Messi was like a big deal, right? But it was only like over 24 hours, which was pretty crazy. So Messi was like, I'm out, I'm gone, I'm this, I'm that, right? Blah, 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 blah. And then apparently I think it's called the Players League, right? The Players League has some kind of issue with like a player out clause in his contract, and so he's not going anywhere now. So now he's staying with Barcelona, and it trips me out because I don't know if you guys know, this is like the second time that Messi's done something like this. Because remember when he got eliminated with Argentina, he's like, I'm never playing for Argentina again. That's it. I'm tired of it. I always get blamed for everything. Blah blah blah. And Barcelona, they just got slapped around their last game. So it seems like he throws little hissy fits every time he kind of loses a big game type of thing.
Yeah.
And, he's one of my favorite players, but I don't like those kind of things. Now, I don't know exactly what the issue is with the player out clause, but I'd be very curious to see if they end up finding a loophole and getting him out of there, trading him, I had read somewhere that they said that if, what's it called over here? Major League Soccer, what's it?
MLS?
Soccer. MLS, if they ever want to really make a move or something, they need to, sell the farm and go after Messi. And honestly, they might be right. I don't think Messi will do it, but that would be true. So, I don't know. That's just something that I find interesting that I just thought I'd throw out there. Very curious. I wish I knew more in case we have any football fans.
I'm surprised that all the money that's out there for these guys, Messi and Ronaldo, haven't gotten put on one team.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they don't mesh well together. But I mean, it was cool that Ronaldo is now getting one of Messi's former teammates, Suarez.
Yeah,
that's a big move because Ronaldo was kind of by himself over there in Juventud, and now he's getting a signature player to play alongside with. That's going to be interesting to see them play together.
It is. I mean, for all the what is it called? Not La Liga, but the Premier League. For all the Premier League and football fans, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next 6 months or so, and where everybody lands at the end of the day.
Right.
All right. Well, nice little snippet about soccer. Let's get into the American football. Football. Kirk Cousins posted on his social media accounts that he has taken a survival of the fittest personal approach to the coronavirus. Even if it kills him, he added, "If I die, I die," and I kind of have peace with that. He has since rescinded that and taken that off of his social media accounts. But what do you think about him fucking coming out and saying something like that, Artie?
I think Drago, if he dies.
As soon as I read that, I was like, bro, he's fucking trying to act like Drago.
Right? I mean, Kirk Cousins is a bird of a different feather, I'll never forget his, you like that, right?
Yeah.
To the reporters after, they were talking smack to him and he won a big game and he's like, dude, I like that dude. I like him. He also was that quarterback, that banked on himself. He had 5 one-year contracts until he finally got the big contract with Minnesota because he was like, I'm just going to cash out and you guys are going to give me max every single year because you want to give me the big contract. and then I'm gone when I finally become an unrestricted free agent. So I like him. Was he being serious? Was it taken out of context? Yeah, I don't think he's really that if I die kind of dude. Maybe he's just, again, he's a bird of a different feather,
Yeah, no, I honestly, man, like, I mean, he ended up coming back and saying, hey, man, like, I didn't mean it like that. It's taken out of context. I mean, I don't know how you take fucking if I die fucking out of context. I mean, there's only so much you can say to that one before you're like, hey, man, look.
In some ways, it's true, like, he has no control over it, like, because he knows he's going to be in a situation where, like, dude, it's invisible. We can't see this. We could do the best we can to protect ourselves, and we could still catch it, and I think that's the approach he might have here is like, man, like, I'm going to do the best I can to, like, avoid it. I'm not going to do anything dumb to, like, try to catch it. He's not out there trying to catch it. But
I think
if I do, what can I do? Like, like, if I die, I die. Like,
okay. I see that, dude. I see that. I think his choice of words or his wording there may have been off. But I see what you're saying now, and if that's what he meant, then I get it then. All right, yeah, I'm with it. Like, you're going to put yourself out there regardless. You're going to go out there and play a game, and you never know what's going to happen. And you're putting yourself out there, you're saying, fuck it, I'm going to do it, and hopefully nothing happens, but if fucking something happens, hey, I did it to myself and I'm there. I think his wording was wrong, and I think that's where I'm at with that one.
Again, he's a bird of different feathers. Some dudes that just kind of talks without thinking about it sometimes,
All right, yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Moving on to some very interesting and maybe fantasy football related news. Mr. Adrian Peterson has been cut by Washington football no-name team. In a shocking move, the Washington football team released the future Hall of Fame running back. Adrian Peterson released a statement. It caught me by surprise. He said, I was having a strong camp. I was showing up on film, taking #1 rips all week long, and was notified by running back coach that they wanted to give the young guys some reps, but there was no indication that Coach Rivera was going to, and the team were going to let him go, and all of a sudden he was gone. Like, to me, it's a shocker that he got dropped from that roster because they have some young guys there and they do have some potential. But to me, it's like Adrian Peterson should have been your fucking your back, but they're gonna go with the younger guys and go there. So here's 2 questions here, Artie. 1, is he done? Is anybody gonna pick him up? And 2, if they do pick him up, who's gonna be a team that's gonna go out there and go grab him?
The team I always say goes and gets people. It's gonna be the Patriots. The team I think if he wants to play and actually have a shot at like starting, like the Patriots, dude, because they need someone like him. If he wants a shot to be a backup and a dude that wants to just be with someone, man, he's a Texas dude.
Oh, I would love. I know there was talks about him before he went to the Redskins. He was going to go to the Cowboys. I would love to. I would trade the Cowboys' second running back. I forget his name off the top of my head. Pollard, yeah, Tony Pollard. I would trade Pollard out to somebody and pick up some draft fucking shit later on, and then go get Adrian Peterson and have him back up Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, but I don't think he wants that because I think he still
no.
Wasn't he the one? Didn't he say he wanted to go?
Yeah,
for, like,
we talked about that 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. He wants to go for that record, but we're better to fucking have the opportunity to take that record than in Dallas.
Zeke's gonna gobble up those touches because Zeke is a 3-down back, dude. Like, Zeke is, I've told you, I think he's one of the top 3 backs in the NFL right now,
Yeah.
And they gave him that fat contract, so they're gonna wear his ass down, like, to the ground. And where he goes from there, I don't know. It depends on how he takes care of himself and how many touches he gets and stuff like that.
Well, even okay, yeah, I get that, but even last year, right? Tony Pollard and fucking Ezekiel Elliott both had 1,000 rushing yard seasons.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna look it up right now. No, they didn't.
It's here. It might be all-purpose yards, but it was 1,000 yards each one.
Okay, maybe that.
Sardano was pointing at me.
I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Okay.
David Montgomery's out.
5. No, he had 500 all-purpose yards. Tony Pollard last year.
He's
yeah. There's no way he had 1,000 yards. I was like, there's no way. it's man, I want to say there's only been like a handful of 2,000-yard rushers on the same team. You know.
Hold on. No, I didn't say Russia. I said all-purpose. But you said okay.
All purpose.
Okay, so Cerdano's a Chicago fan.
Like I said, David Montgomery's out with a strain growing.
Uh-huh.
He might be out 2-3 weeks.
It's only like 2 or 4 weeks is what they say.
Yeah.
You know?
He's gonna miss 1, maybe 2 weeks.
It depends how bad it is. We don't know.
Okay, who's his backup?
Right. And does it
Cordell Patterson.
Those kind of injuries always get aggravated too.
Yeah,
you know?
we got Cordell Patterson, who's really not a runner. He's just a jack of all trades. And then you got Cordell, and you have Tariq Cohen, who's like 5'3", and he's not a big back. So we don't have and we don't have a veteran running back. He can catch balls out of the backfield. He can be a part-time starter, but he can start maybe 3 weeks.
Sure, and then if he gets hot, maybe they ride him out, right?
Yeah, until David Montgomery comes back.
Give Montgomery time to fully heal.
Exactly.
Before you go
because we don't have because they thought they were going after Fournette, but it's like he doesn't fit their scheme.
Yeah.
That's
do the math yet on that over there? You still looking for stats? You trying to count his college stats or something?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's not what I was looking at. I was actually looking at something else. So.
But I would like to see him in Chicago because we need a running back.
I mean, if you count his return yards, he's almost at 1,000. You know, he's at what 5? Looks like 8 to 900.
I mean, Montgomery, yeah. I mean, he's going to come back, I think.
Yeah, but
I don't think he's going to be out for that long.
They say 2 weeks.
But do you really think Adrian Peterson's going to go over there for 3 weeks? Let's call it 3 weeks, 4 weeks even if he gets lucky.
It's all right. He can be the backup. He's not going to be a starter.
He doesn't want to be a backup.
He's not going to be a starter. Nowhere he goes.
Okay, where does he go right now to be a starter other than New England?
But they got running backs.
He's not going to really be a true starter and get 3 down back anywhere. Mm-mm. But if he goes to Chicago and he gets hot, maybe they make him a starter. And again, even if he doesn't, that dude, groin injuries are pretty, you know, they could be aggravated. Especially running backs.
Yeah.
How much they cut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, he would be gold over there. I could see that. I definitely see that. I didn't even think about that until you said something, you know?
Because, like I said, with Montgomery, we don't know. He's a cutback kind of guy. He's, you know, he cuts, he misses, you know, breaks a lot of tackles. What if he injures again? Now we're screwed. We don't have a really.
What about the Jaguars, where they just released Fournette? They don't really got a dude over there, you know? Yeah. They got some guys, but they don't got a dude. Why not go there? That's another option, right?
It seems like they're trying to tank.
I agree.
They might try to go out to what's his name, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Because they're getting rid. They're cutting bait on everybody.
They are. I agree. And that kind of leads into the next thing that I kind of put in there, or one of the things I put in there was Leonard Fournette, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So I found it really interesting that the coach was like, we tried to get a 5th, a 6th, nothing. Nobody wanted anything for this dude. That dude is loaded with talent, man. Loaded. Mm-hmm. So that tells me something's happening there that we don't know about. Wasn't that dude the number 1 running back taken his draft year, I believe?
I think so.
And then he already has a 1,000-yard rushing season under his belt, and he was on his way to like a second one until he got hurt, you know? Like, there's something wrong here that we're missing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we are. Maybe we are missing something. They do want to go. They want to go younger and whatnot, but maybe you're right. Maybe it's something that we're not seeing yet, and they see something there, and they're like, you know, if we keep Adrian Peterson here, we're going to have to feed him the ball at some point, and we're going to take away from what potential that he has going forward.
Yeah, dude, he has 2 1,000 rushing yard seasons under his belt, and he was on his way for another one until he got hurt, and even that, he still almost had 1,000 all-purpose yards that particular year. He had, you know, a little over 600. It's like, I mean, that's pretty impressive. And again, he's only in his 4th year, dude, so he's still young. You know, it's not like he's an older cat. I think it's a steal for the Bucks, man. You know, where they have running backs, but they're not like the greatest running backs. Even though their coach came and said, "Oh, so and so still our dude." Let's not fool ourselves. You're telling them that so you can sound like a coach's player, but man, Fournette's gonna be the dude by week 3. You know?
Yeah.
Something like that. I know I I like Fournette in that scheme. I know he's not going to be the starter right away, but he'll be the starter by the end of that year, the end of the season. I honestly thought the Patriots would go after him, but I think the Patriots will go after anybody.
Yeah.
Well, you think Adrian Peterson sits around for a week or two, and the Patriots go, "Hey man, look, you got no nibbles. Come on, play with us. We'll give you something." Yeah.
Check these incentives out, huh?
Yeah. I mean, look at what they did to Cam. Nobody gave Cam a serious look, and they gave him a contract that's loaded with incentives. It's only incentives, basically, the way we broke it down. If he doesn't perform, he doesn't get shit more than $1.5 million.
Right.
And that's just ridiculous. But,
So I think Adrian Peterson has a better reputation than Cam. So I think Adrian catches on quicker somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, he had that issue where he beat his son kind of bad.
Yeah, let's just beat the shit out of my kid.
Other than that,
he hasn't really had. It's pretty squeaky clean.
Good reputation throughout the league. And so I think he catches on quick, man. I don't think it's a Cam Newton type of situation. I don't think it's a Leonard Fournette where nobody wants to trade for him type of situation. I think he catches on quick somewhere,
Yeah.
I really do.
All right, moving on to the Earl Thomas saga. He's a free agent right now. One of the what used to be coveted free safeties out there in the league. There has been some development because of why he was let go, and not only the altercation on the field with the coaches and the players, but now, like you said, he posted a tweet asking for privacy. But Mark Ingram called him out, saying a gun was involved with his wife when his wife caught him and his brother hooking up with the same girl.
No, she caught them in bed together with some women.
Oh, it was a three-way.
Oh, it might have been four. They had several women, and their brother they were both in the bed together.
Oh,
wow!
Eskimo brothers and real brothers all at the same time.
So she caught them in bed together with some women.
Do you think? I mean, where does Earl Thomas go now? Because I know.
So,
Jerry likes hold on. Jerry likes to pick up guys because I know the Cowboys are always in the mix for anybody. I know Jerry likes to pick up those guys that people like to shun away or whatever. If he can get them on a discount, I think Jerry goes and gets them. But if he's asking for big money, I don't think Jerry goes and gets them. I think Jerry goes and gets them if he's only at a discount. Does anybody pick him up this season? Do they say, let's just see what happens the regular season and then maybe picking him up late or maybe somebody pick him up next season? I mean, where do you guys think he falls?
I don't know where he'll fall, but I know he will get picked up, but he won't get picked up in the first week.
You think how long? 4 weeks in? 5 weeks in? Halfway through?
Probably by the second week, third week, because he won't get paid whatever how they do the first week.
I'll tell you this much: the Cowboys did drop Clinton Diggs because that was hilarious that they picked him up because he was just terrible.
Yeah, but you paid him for the $4 million that he gets.
No, he didn't get all his money because he didn't start. Yeah, he was a pick.
But when I see teams going out and just grabbing just all these names, it never works out. Like Tampa Bay, everyone that gets dropped, we'll go over there. It never works out. Remember when Philadelphia had like 9 free agents? They all grabbed the big names. They didn't do shit.
That's Philadelphia, though.
But no, everywhere it happens, it never pans out.
Well, are you saying right now on this podcast that the Bucks aren't going to do shit because they picked up a bunch of?
I don't think they're going to win their division.
Who do you think wins their division?
I have to look and see.
No, right now. Come on. I don't think they were. Okay, who do you think's going to win? I don't know.
But I don't think they're going to win like they think they are.
You can't throw a statement out like that without having somebody who's going to win that.
But I don't think they're going to be as great
South
as everyone thinks they are.
Okay, so who takes the NFC South?
Well, that's a shitty ass division. So
no, I'm sorry. The AFC South.
Because who's in there? They got Tampa Bay. Who else is in that division?
Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta's going to win that division.
With Matty Ice melting?
It don't matter.
Who else is in the AFC South, Artie?
New Orleans is going to win in
no, but New Orleans is the NFC. We're talking about the AFC.
Dude,
we're
talking about Tampa Bay's division, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's in the AFC.
Tampa Bay is in the same division with New Orleans, Atlanta, and Carolina.
So it's going to be...
No, Carolina's not going to be there because...
No. It's going to be Saints or Atlanta battling for that first place.
Tampa Bay is not going to win.
Pizza taking that division, and Tampa Bay gets in.
Because this is Drew Brees last year, man.
He said Artie's saying right now that
Saints.
the Saints are going to take that division.
It's going to be the Saints or Atlanta. It's going to be battle. I just don't think Tampa Bay. Tom Brady's fucking old, man. I'm tired of his shit. They play in a shitty ass division. Yeah, you gonna win 13 games a year. You playing Cleveland twice. Come on, man. It's ridiculous.
Hey, man, he ain't lying.
Who else? They got Cleveland. Who else is that? Miami.
But they always seem to lose.
What
They
was it,
always
Miami?
seem to lose to Miami.
But look at that division.
The Bills.
Exactly. They haven't won the playoff in 30 years. Or got to the play. Yeah, that division was fucking horseshit. So,
Hey, he ain't lying.
and Tom Brady's old as hell, man. And if their offensive line ain't good, it's a wrap because he can't escape. So I don't. They got all that. Everybody's gonna think, oh, it's gonna be, Tampa Bay. Watch. I don't think Tampa Bay. Nah. It's like you said. I think it's the Saints. It's Saints and Atlanta, but they're gonna battle for that division. Because Atlanta either they're good one year and they suck the next year.
Right. Yeah.
It does. I don't get it. I don't get why they do that. So they might battle for that. But yeah, Tampa Bay, nah, hell no.
I'm with you on that
Tom
one.
Brady can kick rocks. I hate Tom Brady. He's
I hate Tom, but he's not. He was playing a watered down. He was a varsity player playing with JV.
yeah. All that Tampa with the Patriots, that cheating shit, man, and him dinking the
He
dunking.
he doesn't have one championship where there wasn't some sort of
controversy.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like the Raiders, that tuck rule shit, they should have never won.
No, they shouldn't have.
That's what I'm saying.
They've been there.
They get, and that's another team that gets like Green Bay. And I can't stand. They get lucky as hell. They get calls. I'm like, come on, seriously? Those are the two teams I can't stand, man. So yeah, Tom Brady, good luck, bro.
All right. Well, my take on Earl Thomas, I think he gets blackballed from the NFL.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think he's just had too many issues with them going. When a team releases you like that, dude, and you're a top dude, you're gonna get blackballed.
Well,
if for some reason I get the feeling of remember Pac-Man Jones?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like this is the feeling I'm getting.
Or like a T.O.
What about the dude from I don't remember his name, but he's doing like UFC fighting, but he was with the Panthers.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get that kind of feeling about Earl Thomas, you know?
It could be.
That's my personal opinion. I think he's going to get blackballed, and they kind of, the timing of all this going down and stuff like that, and Mark Ingram publicly calling him out and just telling him, like, dude, what you mean we respect your privacy? Like, we got questions if this happened, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah.
Well,
man.
Did you see the video of him when he threw his helmet, right? Doing that when they cut his ass. They didn't say that he missed a walkthrough.
Yeah.
So, you might be right. He might not get picked up.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, if somebody picks him up, it'll be someone dumb like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know,
Or the Raiders.
The Raiders, Patriots, like I said.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like, but I also don't think that he does get picked up. I don't think he gets picked up right away. I think he gets picked up. Like, man, we need a damn safety. What's he play? Safety, right? We're like,
yeah.
Man, we need a safety.
Fucking go get him.
Yeah, what's Earl doing? Is he in shape?
Well, fucking A, man. Any other fantasy football points you want to bring up real quick? Either one of you guys before we get out of here?
I got 5 drafts this weekend. I got 3 on Sunday and 2 on Saturday.
I got 2 tomorrow and 1 on Sunday.
I got 1. That's it. I used to play like 5-6 leagues, and I'm like, I'm over it, man, because I had time
I'm in 6 of them. I'm in 6.
It's just too much to take control of.
I had 1 last week, and I have 3 coming up this week. 2 tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. Jesus Christ.
I don't like any of my spots for drafting. I'm in the middle for all of them. I swear I film like number 6 and 7 in all my damn drafts. It is what it is. Usually when I don't like my draft spot,
You do good. Yeah.
And when I do have my draft spot, it's like, oh man, I thought I had a real good team this year and it didn't work out, you know?
Artie's won our league a few times, so go fuck him.
Well,
it happens.
Whatever.
All right. That's good. I good times today. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you, and again, happy birthday, brother.
I appreciate it.
Artie, you know we can't go anywhere without getting the patented RT goodbye. Let me hear it, man.
Yeah, we need to be safe out there, mi gente. So make sure to wash your hands and wear your mask and protect yourself at all times. I'll catch you guys next week.
Right on, brother. We'll see you all next week. Sir Dano, we do appreciate you coming and joining us today, dude. So thank you so much. Even though you said, I'm just going to listen, I ain't going to say shit. And then here you are 2 minutes later talking about the everything, actually.
Oh, you got me going. So.
I got you liquored up. And
I didn't want to be an ass and not say nothing. So it's all good.
Like, hey, this is the preview of what's going to happen in season 2, right?
Exactly.
I want to thank. I want to make sure everybody that does stay safe and whatnot. But I do want to thank everybody. We got new listeners in Saudi Arabia, Canada, Netherlands, Germany, Brazil, and Argentina, or Angola. Over here in the States, we got everybody over here in Washington, Moville, La Puente, Fontana, Riverside, Los Angeles, Patna, India, Bloomington, San Jose, Pico Rivera. And for those of you guys listening on proxy server, we do appreciate you guys still listening to us. We do appreciate you guys hanging out, loving what we're doing. Without you guys, we wouldn't be doing any of this stuff. We did this just to have some good times, and guess what? It's actually picking up and having and been great. Don't forget, you guys can follow us on social media, on Twitter at @theblown_save, and on Instagram at @theblown_save. We usually post some stuff that we talk about during, on the podcast on Fridays during the week. We post that stuff on our Instagram and on Twitter, so make sure you guys are following us there. You guys can always reach us out if you guys have stories you guys want us to talk about at theblown_save_podcast@gmail.com. And don't forget, guys, we do have a merch store now. We have a limited stuff. We don't have a ton of things out there that you guys can purchase, but if you guys do purchase any face masks, any neck gaiters, any t-shirts, any whatever it might be, it does help the show grow and continue moving forward. And it ain't free what we're doing on our end. We do it because we love it, but any love from you guys would greatly increase how much we can do and what we can put out. But as far as that, anything else, Sir Dana, before we get out of here?
No, just everyone have a safe Labor Day.
You know what? I'm down with that one. Everybody have a great Labor Day. We'll catch you guys later.